Good morning, everybody, and welcome to episode 40, I believe. Episode 40 of Red Dead Adventures here on Off the Shelf Reviews. I am your host, Ian Buckingham. Got to get that streak on. 180 days on this episode. 180-day challenge streak attained. Morning, Matt Midgley. See you popping up there. Can't believe it. Today's 180 days. Matt, 180 days in one line. Morning, Seed Hill. Seed Hill, it's 180 days. Olympic, it's 180 days. Yeah, and plus it's my birthday tomorrow. Ain't that weird? It's all like coincided. 180 days, a challenge streak. Well, it'll be 181 tomorrow, actually. And it's my birthday. 37 years old. I don't know how many years that is in dog years. It's like a lot. 180. It's like the darts, isn't it? 180. I say that. Fingers crossed the game hasn't crashed or anything. Cheers, Olympic. Yeah. Poseidon went up yesterday. I have to admit, honestly, with my hand on my heart, I totally forgot we'd done that. But no, I remembered we'd done it like a while ago. Like we had done it we had done the review with Linda at a time when we were able to get Linda over when she wasn't at work, which was probably during the holidays, and that's how long ago it was. Where we've done so many films and we've edited so much and we've talked about this one and that one having to go up, and in which kind of rotation. Plus you had the Halloween series. So the Halloween series of films all went up. And I just completely forgot that Poseidon needed to go live. So when I saw it pop up yesterday, I was like, oh yeah, we did that, didn't we? Okay, right. There we go. 179 days. So we need to get something done. Crafted a horse care item. Meat eaten. Oh, I could do that really quickly right now. Multiplayer kills in free roam events. Player kills with a bow and showdowns. Visited a shop in Tumbleweed. Okie dokie. Let's have me some salted beef for breakfast. Is that gonna count? Does that count in? It does count as meat eaten. Of course it does. I know my meat. Okay, let's pop another one of them. Oh, come on. There. Salted beef for breakfast. One more. I should call our text as well, and one more, okay, oh, no, got one more. Salted venison, yes, watch it, it's going to pop up now, ready, 180 days, out with 28, love it, I love how the 28 doesn't change, It's like you got to keep the month going. I'm like, which month am I on again? Like, how many 28s go into 180? Morning, boss. To have the ship struck by a wave and the third has terrorists that sneak aboard the Poseidon. Oh yeah, that's the one with Michael Caine, isn't it? My name is Michael Caine, and I was in the Poseidon movie. Like, after Linda and I had watched the Poseidon film together in preparation for the review, I obviously went and wikied the other two movies because I hadn't seen them in such a long time, and I wanted to obviously remember what the stories were like, the similarities between the original version, the original version and the remake. And reading the story for the sequel, Beyond the Poseidon Adventure, it's like, who thought that was a good idea of putting... So the ship is still out in the ocean, like hours after they've been rescued, the original crew, the original survivors. And the ship is still out there. There's no police. There's no Coast Guard. And, terrorists have snuck aboard, or well, no, these people snuck aboard to find something, and there's terrorists on board trying to look for it as well, and there's also still people trapped, and the ship is obviously sinking because nobody's want to do it. Go play, cat. I don't know if you can hear my cat at the moment meowing at me, wanting my attention. Okay, I need to make a horse item flash. So I need to make potent horse medicine. No, you can have treats later. Go play. Flash. They always say never work with animals or children. I tried to avoid both, but it's impossible. Hey, Campbell! Campbell, 180 days. I need to cook some big game because I have. Oh, it's a free roam event. Oh, actually no, it's a standard one. Day of Reckoning is part of obviously the roles, and I've noticed that a lot of the role bounty hunter and the role free roam missions, you can't hurt each other. No, Flash. Later, you can have streaks later. Go play. Right, but then I'll just have to, stroke your ear while I'm cooking some beef, while the guys are all obviously. Morning, Matty Ice. Oh, AEW's on tonight. I have seen the promo from Cody Rhodes. His promo yesterday was it was emotional, but it was emotional to the point where you have to still remember it's still a wrestling match, between two friends. I say two friends, two work colleagues. I don't know if you can call them friends sometimes. Where they're gonna hurt each other. They are gonna hurt each other in that match for the sake of the fans. Oh, Campbell, did you get Friday the 13th? Oh, I still plan on getting that. I still would like to play. Well, I say still would like to play it. I've played it and loved it. You can't stand in front of the TV, Flash. This is why I don't have a camera. This is why we can't have good things. He says. The Cody promo, yeah, that's what I was saying. I mean, when's the pay-per-view coming up? The pay-per-view's coming up soon, isn't it? It's real soon. But you got Survivor Series. Just don't do anything stupid, Like, can you imagine a jumping backstabber off the second corner? Like Jericho sets Cody Rhodes up on the corner, the top of the corner with his back facing to the middle of the ring, and then climbs up behind him, grabs him, and they both attempt to jump back into the middle of the ring with Jericho's knees into Cody Rhodes' back. Oh no, a jumping code breaker off the top corner. Oh Christ. Matt, what do you think? I mean, Matt, you're a wrestling fan. I mean, because obviously everybody knows the code breaker by Chris Jericho, where he kind of falls to his back with the person's face on his shins, on his knees, and just kind of drives their face into his knees. Imagine one of them coming off the top corner, like they both jump together. That's gonna hurt. Sorry, I know it's pretty boring. I'm just cooking meat at the moment, but I need the meat to pop in death matches. And I'm thinking about wrestling moves. Right, okay. How many of those I've got? Let's do one more. No, do one more. Why not include Botanic? Oh wait, alright, there's the original version, the sequel, then the 2005 remake, and the 2006 version you reviewed. Oh, is that all the different, versions of the Poseidon Adventure? There's a lot. None of them beat the the original Gene Hackman one. I mean, Gene Hackman just kind of steals that whole performance. When he gets really angry, starts shouting. You're like, okay, Gene, calm down. Is Gene Hackman still alive? Knock on wood. Like, I haven't heard anything, if I remember. Does Gary watch wrestling? Also, sometimes when I tell him that he has to watch a certain particular match, but he won't actually watch a promo. He wouldn't be able to tell you who Cody Rhodes is. He might be able to tell you who Dustin Rhodes is, but I don't know if he'll be able to tell you who. Like he knows Jericho, yeah, but obviously he hasn't seen the Young Bucks. Cheers, Campbell. Thanks for that. Man, that'll definitely go to some San Miguel's. I got my Jaws board game. Obviously, if you've seen on the Discord channel and on the did I put it on Facebook? Possibly. The Jaws board game. If you're a Jaws fan, you have to own it. Even if you have nobody to play it with, you need that game because the artwork alone is top notch. It's just beautiful to look at. The board itself is double sided, and one side is the Amity Island, which is Act 1, and then the other side is the Sunken Orca. Did I say that right? Yeah, Sunken Orca. And that's because you have little orca pieces that you put onto those pieces in Act 2. And when the shark attacks them, you will flip them over and they will be damaged. And then when they're destroyed, you'll completely take them away. And the character figures end up in the water and the shark head is eaten. What do I need? I need to. Oh, I just need to.
Now there's a face I haven't
Hey,
seen.
baby, how you doing?
Look around. Sure,
You know
there's
what?
something
I'm
you
gonna have
need.
me an apple. Hell, why not? This is my birthday. Sweet.
Be sure to come back.
What else we got?
Evening, sir.
Duck skinned. We can get some ducks in the Heartlands. That's pretty easy. Free roam events.
Beef,
Should have
pork,
just popped in
venison,
and done
all right
that other
here,
free
folks.
roam event while I was there, but I didn't. Multiple kills in free roam events. Need that. Player kills with a bow in a showdown. Well, I know where we're going. Probably easily going to pop all 7 of the ones today, as long as we can get a couple more invites to free roam events.
Hello there.
I will activate Posse now before I jump in. Have a slurp of my tea. Pay the man. Hey, don't judge me. You don't know if I'm actually a man. I might have decided to be a squirrel today. Sorry, that's a little bit of transgender humor there. Awkward silence. So how's everybody doing this fine Friday? Cheers, boss. That's 200 RSD. What's RSD? What does RSD stand for? Rockstar Diamonds? No. Where do you live again? You live in Bulgaria, don't you? I have no idea what Bulgarian currency is like, but thank you very much. The donations are always massively helpful. Morning, Control Z Control channel, sorry. I play video games vicariously, though, through others on YouTube because I no longer have time to invest. I know exactly what you mean, man. I only have time to invest because I need headshots. I need a bow and arrow, that's what I need. I only have time because I organise everything else. I work in the evenings. So I'm at home during the day. And you have to make sure that you got to make sure your house is tidy first. You know, move the front room, take the bins out, take the children to school, get the wife to work, sort out lunch. You know, and then you can sit down for at least 5 minutes, maybe an hour, and play some Rockstar. Blessed, where'd he go? He's around here somewhere. There he is. He's up there. Sorry, I'm also trying to concentrate on this because I can't see anybody. Oh Christ, there he is. Oh, tomahawked. Serbian dinars. Currently in Serbia, so using currency convert him. Serbian. sent a shiver up my spine whenever I see that word. I'm not totally not being racist, but obviously if you're a film fanatic, then you. Yeah, let's just concentrate on the game. So for everybody who just joined, I did break 180 days day. I'm gonna keep talking about that because that's gotcha. 180 days straight of challenges on Red Dead Redemption. I feel it's a big achievement. I'm gonna say it. I love this game. You know, the game is just one of the best games ever made. It has to be up there. And I know that's a very, very long list, but when you compare this game to other games out there, there is just so much to do. And I'm just, it's like my Oscar speech at the moment. I'd like to thank, you guys for obviously giving me the inspiration to keep going. Even when the times were hard and I was looking at challenges thinking, Jesus Christ, what am I going to do with that? I'd like to thank my wife for letting me take my Xbox away with me, on holiday. That was almost a deal breaker. But we got through it. I'd like to thank Flash, my cat, for, just being there. Oh yeah, cheers man. Yeah, my birthday tomorrow as well, It's kind of a big thing. I'll probably be on here actually at some point. Well, I definitely will. Like that's the thing. I could just quit today, couldn't I? Like it's the 40th episode of Red Dead Adventures. 180 days. It's my birthday tomorrow. I could just stop, couldn't I? It's very easy. I can say that. And people, like Control Z just said, this game seems too addicting. It seems like it, but you could just stop. Like I could just turn this Xbox off right now and just walk away and be like, bye guys, see you later. Maybe because I'm that old. But at the same time, I want to get it to 181. Any plans for my birthday tomorrow? Yes. I'm gonna come on here and play Red Dead. No, my awesome wife informed me she'd booked a table for us out. I was like, awesome. Going out for food. I have work as well, but that's okay. Where I work, nothing's really going to be needing to do except clean toilets and empty bins. Woe is me. Obviously, I'm playing an imaginary violin at the moment, so that you guys can't see. Playing it to myself. It's a good job. I like it. I can say that now. It got me to 37, so don't look a gift horse in the mouth, as they say. Somebody says, hey, can you do this? You're like, yeah, okay, fine. Obviously, depending what it is, level-wise. I'm just looking at the chat as well while I'm sat here in the lobby. What are you guys talking about? Blood Friday 13th, it's a shame that lawsuit ruined all that content from ever coming out. What, for the game? There was a lawsuit against the game? Iain playing Red Dead Redemption 2 is a red herring. Oh, nice. That's a good joke, I like that. I did look at it for a second thinking, why is he saying R2D2? But it's not dyslexia, it's just laziness. As for not being racist, no worries. Both Serbs and Hungarians are Caucasians, but I know I'm aware of the general consensus about a Serbian film party, so yeah. Less said about that, the better, shall we? Let's just try to get through a day without talking about penis to steal eyeballs. It's probably a very lovely place. I mean, I find that with a lot of places. There you've got your good elements and your bad elements. It's the yin and yang, and obviously if you do find yourself walking down a dark alleyway, then yeah, just question how you got there in the first place. Myself, I have obviously got myself sat in front of the TV playing Red Dead Redemption, but that's just me. When will you start Fortnite streaming? When Dylan is 18 or 20 and he can start streaming and taking online abuse that you will Not really. He plays a lot of Fortnite, but he's a more creative gamer. My son is more into looking how it works and how everything looks, building things in the game basically. I suppose it's all Minecraft. I need to mute this guy because I can hear him in my ear. Mute all. Yeah, Dylan's always been a big creative child. I tried to get him into first-person shooters at a very young, early age, but he didn't want to play it, and his mother was not too impressed. You know, trying to put a pair of headphones on him and getting him to play Doom 3 was not a good idea. Jumping down like an acrobat. I've got to get headshots with a bow and arrow, and I'm not playing anything with a bow and arrow. I mean, I can wait for the train to come in, but not yet. Nope. Where'd you go? Where are you? Where is he? Missed that. Oh, is it just free aim? They had turned the auto aim off for certain modes. Gotcha. So you had to free aim, but I found having the painted black. Oh, did I get him? The painted black special ability allowed me to lock on really quickly. So I am just aiming for kills in this game mode at the moment. I shouldn't really concentrate too much, so I could look at the chat. And I'm trying to look out for colours on the radar as well. You guys just talk about it amongst yourself while I shoot people. Get him! Shotgun. That's fine. Probably gonna get killed as soon as I pick this up. Get it? Thank you. Pop it. Probably hear the joypad tapping as I'm running like hell. Where is he? He's here. Gotcha. Oh no! Rifle does shoot faster than a pump action shot. Turn around. Oh, what the? It's got a carbine rifle here. Yeah, I always think about doing it because it's long range, 1 point. What's this? It's a bolt action. Oh no, it's a sniper rifle. Ah! Gotcha. Through the woods. Pop the moonshine. Okay. Run around. Coming down the mountain much you can. We're coming down the mountain much. Oh, motherfucker. We'll be blowing your goddamn head off. We'll be whacking your fucking brains out when we come. Bujo's coming for you. Where are you? He's up there. Ah! Got him. Oh, get that guy too. Oh! It was a good tomahawk shot. Just lobbed that right down the stairs. Oh, here comes the incoming train. Right, okay, we need to cover this train because I need the bow and arrows to get the headshot kills. So, wait for it to spawn. Everyone's going to be coming down. I'm going to be covered over. Get it, get it, get it, get it. You like it? Where are you? Go for the bow and arrow. Get it. Get it. Pick it up. Oh, why did you not pick it up? Get it. Got it. Oh, you mother. Moved all the way into position, went to pull out the Deadeye, and he just shot me right in the face. With the carbine repeater. He's just grabbed the bow and arrows, but pull that position in for what? For what? Bullet to the face? Sorry. Oh, there's a guy behind me. Gotcha. Tomahawks me as he dies. I should go Tomahawk actually, but I did get it. It's always the main thing. As soon as you get them in that one shot, you're like, yep, killed me 6 times, but I killed you once. I can live with that. Orange guy. Gotcha. Gotcha. Where is he? Come on. Come on. Two of them running down. Morning, Mongo Mongo. Morning, Burton Gunnar. Told you I shouldn't be concentrating, but I can't help it. And then there's two guys over them with rifles. Oh, still an explosive arrow there. Go for it. Yeah. Why is nobody got this yet? Where is it? There. Get it. Get it. Got him. Right, one kill. Okay. Where's the other one? The one's up there somewhere. We need to find somebody else. We got one. That's okay. Got one. Nobody said it was supposed to be easy. That's why they call them challenges. Yeah. Sorry, it's a bit of inspirational wisdom. Long shot. Got him. That was well worth the price of admission. If I don't do anything else good today, that guy with that arrow shot from there is worth it. I've got no shotgun because I dropped it for the bow and arrow. There. Gotcha. Gotcha. Pardon my French. Shot him in the back of the head. It's only worth 2 points though. Pistol should be worth so much more. Shotgun's worth 3. Where are you? Nope. Where are you? Gotcha. Ah, you mother. I love I have a t-shirt saying you mother right on it. Trying to keep my trying to keep my swear words to a minimum. This is a family friendly show, you know. Yeah, I got 4 points and 2 kills, that's okay. Going on a road trip. Who's going on a road trip? Where are we going? Took a day off today and Monday, so lots of driving to be done. Got to test a new car. Don't flip it, okay? Don't be driving down the road like, yeah, okay. Let's see if I can make that ramp. No. That's a bad boss. Okay, we got 2 arrow kills, so that was worth it. Got 1 more of them to pop. Love to have a drink, but oh yeah, there's a long drive ahead. Yeah, my beer are sitting in the fridge right now. My wife went shopping early yesterday. She normally goes shopping on a Friday. And I did expect her to get macaroni and cheese for tea, but she's got something on. So my beer sat there and I got a ready meal sat there. So all I have to do is just come in. She's going to have it on a plate for me. And I get to just come in and sit in place of Red Dead. Because she has the girls popping over tonight to watch Rocky Horror Picture Show. Oh, weapon loadout. I can take my bow, yes. And I might take my shotgun. Double barrel or pump action? What do you think? First one first. Double barrel or pump action? I'm going to get my purchases on while I'm in here. That. Definitely got my bow. Oh, no, don't need to do that. What are we going for? See, I'd like to take the double barrel. Explosive arrows. Yeah, I need the explosive arrows. I'm thinking explosive arrows, but yeah, pump action or double barrel. Doesn't really matter at the moment. I just need to get this challenge. You're going to Greece, Mount Olympus. Nice. I suppose it's nice when you can, you know. I could go to Greece. I could just, you know, phone at work today and be like, I'm not coming into work today. Go to my bank, take out a bunch of money. Be like, honey, I'm going to be a little bit late home tonight. What shade of purple is that, pimp? Yes, that's my Joker outfit. Where am I? I've got some purple, my purple jacket, my purple gloves, purple boots, obviously my Baron Samedi hat. I went for that colour shirt because obviously the Joker likes a bit of, you know, mix up colour sometimes. What up, Jay Hines? It's been a while. Almost broken up. No. Oh, cat. You big butt. You big butt cat. How did you push those games into the button? Sorry about that, everybody. A bit of technical difficulty here. My cat, who was sleeping in front of the Xbox, just kind of stretched out and pushed the games into the button. And so the button went blink. Like, like, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say, Flash. In the future, people are going to hear this. They're going to be listening to this, and they're going to see it all kick off, and they're going to be like, "What was that?" That was my cat, ladies and gentlemen. Hellcat, yes. I'll be back on. I am going to be back on. I can't even. I don't even want to move you because she's just resettled into a new position. So if I try to obviously lift her up, she's going to kick off and scratch me. And luckily, I've already got some challenges, isn't it? You've just wait until I tell your mother. You wait until I tell your mother. So what are you guys doing? Yeah, I need to see Joker. Oh, I need to see it, but I'm holding out, and I'm being really good about it. I know I say that as I look up at my Heath Ledger Joker bobblehead model. The Joker film, oh, probably for me will be the best DC movie out there next to The Dark Knight. And for obvious reasons, why that is. Maybe the 1989 Batman one? No, Batman Returns goes to number 3. It goes at the moment it goes Dark Knight, Batman Returns, Wonder Woman. Joker was rather depressing. Jay Hines saw Dark Fate last night. Really, Jay Hines? What did you think? Be aware that obviously we're all friends here. You rather enjoyed it, did you? Okay. When you saw it, how did Pops get the messages again? Like I've only seen it once, so how does he get the messages to pass to Sarah Connor? Morning Winnie the Grizzly. In my opinion, Joker is a superhero movie I would watch. Man, you should watch Infinity War and Endgame. That film's freaking amazing. I mean, if Joker's good on a realistic society level, then Infinity War and Endgame is up there with it is completely elaborate, will never ever happen superhero off the fucking wall movie. Morning, Leon Coolington. Right, okay, so Jay Hines says, I'm not sure, something about time displacement. And you saw it last night, Jay Hines. You saw it last night and you really enjoyed it. Now, nobody is paying attention to the story because it doesn't make sense. It does not. It does not make sense. It doesn't. It just doesn't. The story for Salvation makes a hell of a lot more sense. John Connor in the future meets up with Carl Reese and takes him under his wing. There we go. This one, where Terminators are going back in time and Sarah Connor is killing them. Sarah Connor told us this. I didn't like it because the story is just... The story is not even... Like, come on, Jay, come on, Jay Hines. Pops. Arnold Schwarzenegger is a Draper. Jay. The Terminator is a draper. He's a draper, Jay. The Rev 9 was pretty cool. I did like the special effects for that. Yeah, I'll agree with that. He was awesome. I would have liked more of him. But he's a draper. Carl the Draper. Carl. See, now, Jay, that was hilarious, but we're not going to the Terminator film to watch comedy, are we? That's what we hated about Terminator 3. You know, the comedy for Terminator 2 was in there because that was surprising, you know. And Terminator 2 in bleak contrast to the first one, Terminator 2 is amazing when you compare it to the first one. When you compare Terminator Dark Fate to the Terminator, what do you think? Talk to the hand. It's just on a level of I'm gonna buy it on DVD because I'm that guy. I'm that guy. I'm gonna buy it on DVD and I'll go hey, yeah, that was 5 minutes. I'm gonna go watch Salvation now. I do really want to watch Salvation. I haven't watched it in a while. I don't want to watch Genesis ever again. Ever. I can't. I just can't. My mind boggles with that timeline as well. And you know, it kind of gets infuriating after a while, after how many people say, oh, it's a new timeline. And you go, what? Again? Really? And you try to accept it. You try to. But you know deep down inside, there's only one timeline. There's always only one timeline. What did Gary make of it? He liked it. He enjoyed it. He told me the day after he saw it. He's like, hey man, yeah, I really enjoyed it. And I almost punched him in the face. Like, why would you do this to me? I thought you were my friend. Oh, I dropped the bomb in 2 seconds. Oh my god, I got that guy. And that guy. Oh, I'm going to base camp? Shall I base camp? I'm going to base camp. Blow the crap out of this base like we own the place. Hey, that marks. Oh, that guy took it to the face. Come around the corner. Come on. Where are you? Oh shit. Oh, well, okay, I was base camping, and then that guy just... Oh, because he didn't have a bomb on him. He didn't have a bomb on him. Right, so we destroyed half their base in like the first few seconds, which was enjoyable. I could now just defend our base and totally win this game. I got the challenge. Oh, here it comes. Oh, gotcha. Send that one back. Thank you. Another person. Get him? You got him? No, he hasn't. Oh Christ! Drink the moonshine. Okay, this guy's coming. And this guy's coming. Oh, what the? Somebody else is going for the challenge. See, right now, somebody's just brought up in the chat. I just happened to look over. Somebody just brought up Predator was a joke, right? Now, Predator was a joke, and you remember how me and Gary were with the Predator, you know? See him. Got him. You know, and Gary's just like, I can't believe you enjoyed that. I didn't enjoy Terminator on probably that simple reason, because it was just one big joke. And Gary did, and I'm like, you know, it's that mental compass, isn't it, where you're just like, how can you say that? You told me not to stand on the grass while standing on the grass. Yeah, well, I didn't. Yeah, I meant don't stand on the grass on my terms. It's just like, no. But that's what makes film an art form, doesn't it? That's what makes it so fun to be able to say, oh, did you see that film? It really sucked. Hey Adam FN, I'm fine today. It's been a pretty good day. 180 days in the challenge streak for Rev Dead, which is awesome. And it's my birthday tomorrow, so that's even better. Oh, I headshotted that guy as he ran out. Holy motherfucking shit. Nailed that motherfucker. Okay. Get this guy. Get this guy. Where's he going? Oh, and I headshot that guy, right? Even using my dead eye. Go, go. This guy's gonna be coming around the corner now. Where are you? He is inside the gate. He's inside the gate. Here he is. There he is. Don't pick up the bomb. Why'd you? Bomb. Missed him. God, he's got dynamite. He's got dynamite. Gotcha. No. Got that guy. Other guy is not dead. He's just lobbing dynamite in. It's like I'm playing with Campbell all over again. Oh, they blew up the base. They got into the base. They did. They got two guys into it. They spawned us. If you are not wearing a bomb, you do not appear on radar. Oh, motherfuckers, there with the bomb actually. Yeah, that's what I would have done. And it means that you do not turn up on the other person's radar. You have to obviously use skill to pick them up. And with that skill comes the fact that you can kill everything while your friends pop in with a bomb. Right, get that guy. Guy now. Guy now, I can't see him. He's right down there. He's right down there. Watch it. Got him as well. Dynamite almost blew me up, but I'm fine. Grab that. Run in there. Send that one back. Okay, I need to. Oh, what the hell? Why am I doing that? Oh. Gotcha! Oh, no, he dropped the bomb in. Slippery bastard. That is the mode. That is the special ability I want. But I never get it. Did we get a bomb in? No, we didn't. We need to get a bomb up there. He's up here. Dynamite yourself. Dynamite yourself. Ah, we ran out of thingy. Snake oil. Ah, get up, cover. What are you? Cover. Cover, 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 game, cover, W. Oh, I was hitting right bumper like a little bitch then, and he would not take cover. And I have to eat some big game. Some of that. Some of that. Get that out. Let's go to first. Let's get explosive pistols out. They have got the game, but I'm going to go for kills. Is he gone? Last 30 seconds, come on. Gotcha. Go. Oh shit. Ah! Okay. Got him. Go. I got the bomb. So much going on. Got 3 kills out of it though. At the end of the day, what else you gonna do? Oh, and I killed that guy right there. Are we still on Dark Fate, are we? Yeah. Dark Fate. Critters to Critters 3. Yeah, it is. It's Dark Fate is like comparing Critters 4 to Critters. Somebody had to say it, and it might as well have been me. But that's no amount of saying that somebody somewhere is going to enjoy it. People like Critters 4, Critters 3. People really like the dregs of them, and they go, hey, that's not too bad. And you kind of look at them with this look, and you do like the people's eyebrow at them, like. But it's okay, because you're just raising an eyebrow. Same as when they raise an eyebrow at you. It's going to be like a human gift in the future. Just walk up to people and raise eyebrows at different angles. Jay Hines, I don't think I've ever seen Critters. Oh, Jay. Jay, if you're a fan of the show, head over to the Critters review and just watch it. Obviously, it will spoil the film for you, but then it may make you go, hey, I need to watch this film all the way through because it is fun. I think we can all agree. I got the challenge, so I can pop out. That was difficult. That was some tough battles. It's been a while. I haven't played. It's because I keep doing the challenges on the free roam and not really going to deathmatch that much. Everyone assumed this movie would do well because he was behind it. Yes. Whenever you hear from producer so and so, the director of the original, you're like, he's just producing it. He put money into it to make money back. But he's also trying. You know, he's trying, I suppose. So we could go get some duck. Where are we? Tumbleweed? We are right in the middle of the desert. It's like I was saying earlier. Well, no, we're not. We're not in the Heartland. I was saying in an earlier episode where James Cameron popped up at the start of Dark Fate for me at the cinema and was obviously giving this whole speech about living the dream and things like that. And I thought, you're endorsing your own film. It was when all the Gears stuff was coming out as well. I mean, when Arnie turned up in Mortal Kombat, I thought that was something. But when Sarah Connor turned up in Gears, I was like, what? And then you had the whole new skin suit with Grace and the Rev 9. And yeah, okay. I suppose it's kind of cool that you can fight hordes of T-800s. There's talk of a new game as well, which doesn't look very good, I have to admit, but it's still in pre-development, so what are we really expecting? A Fallout Terminator game would be nice. A Fallout Terminator game, right? The whole game is based at night. Well, not night, I suppose. The whole city, the whole skyline is dark because, you know, Matrix-style nuclear war, the sun's being blocked out, okay? And everything's just a full wasteland. You're probably in Los Angeles, yeah? And you are a soldier. You're a soldier who goes out. You've just turned 16. Oh, maybe you should be 16. Like start a Fallout game, you know, where you've just turned 16. You get all your skills, and then you go out. But all the people, like, they live underground, and if you have to Metro style, you have to go from the underground up to the surface to search for ways to get to new locations. I have no camp. Okay, the Heartlands. I should head to the Heartlands. No, I should make a camp first. And then, yeah, the Terminators are out there. But the more damage you do as the soldier, so you get asked by your sergeant to destroy a van. You know, oh, there's a convoy coming down such and such location. We need you to head out there. This is your first mission. You have to head out there, plant this bomb, blow up that vehicle. So you're like, oh, okay, cool. You move through the tunnels, then you head up onto the surface. It's not like Metro where it's radioactive. You don't need to breathe and stuff like that. And obviously maybe not so in depth with water and food, but you do have to avoid Terminator detection. And these things move around in squads and on their own, and they look human. Some of them look rubber, like maybe they're not human yet. Oh, cheers, Campbell. Hey, Reckless Eating, how you doing? I'm doing great, man. I'm just talking about my new Terminator game idea. So somebody get a notepad and potential, right? Oh, duck. Oh, shoot, duck. That's lucky. And you have to head out to the surface. So your first mission is you head out to the surface, make your way along, and then you get to where the location is. It's kind of open world style first person shoot. I want to say first person. Terminator game should be first person. But you can't climb and go everywhere because obviously it's a destroyed city, maybe Los Angeles. You know, there's broken cars and stuff. Stuff makes noise and can bring in Terminators to your location. But when you get to this location, you destroy the vehicle, yeah, and you have to head back to the base to obviously give in the details of what you did. as you head back out into the city, the influence starts to increase. The more destruction you cause roaming around the city trying to destroy the Terminator's influence. Nice, got no challenge. Makes it so that the Terminators, that more of them will come to that location. You know what I mean? You know, there'll be more convoys, there'll be more hunter-killers at certain points. They'll adapt faster. So if you did destroy like a squad of Terminators, not within a certain time limit, like a hunter-killer would be deployed to that location. And you may not have the weapons at that time to do the damage you want, and so you might actually make it more difficult for yourself to do the main story because you've tried to do maybe too much as a hero. You're not the hero, maybe. John Connor's the hero. Oh god, John Connor. I miss John Connor. Like, he was a main character in the Terminator franchise. Sorry. Where am I? Challenges. I need to do free roam events and get multiple kills in 5 seconds. So I should stay out in free roam until they come in. What time is it? It's 10:05, and they usually come every 45 minutes. I will have a bit of stew. I'll let you guys. It'd be cool to play as a Terminator, but I guess that would just play out like a Hitman game. Yeah, well, I mean, Terminator 3 Redemption on the original Xbox, that was a good Terminator game. That's a good Terminator game. That is a really good Terminator game. Where you play as Arnie and you play the storyline of the film. I'm going to head to Valentine, actually. I'm going to head to Valentine because, you know, or should I hunt for ducks while I'm here? I just need the free roam events to stay active. Oh, and I should make a crypt special stew. Actually, I'll just note that one. $200. Small animal carcasses donated to crypt. I ain't going to get that one. Arrowheads found. Collectibles collected. Bounty targets hogtied. See, if I do the bounties, I won't be able to activate the free roam events because I'll be in the middle of the mission. But what special stew are we making today, Crips? We need pork and apples, so I need some creeping thyme. I love making these special stews. I've never had offal. It sounds awful, but because I get it for Crips, I do want to eat it one day. And I should do my dynamite arrows before I do anything else. It says that right off into the sunset, looking for creeping thyme. Head up to the farm. Hey Adam's family. Hi Ian, it's been a while since I was on the stream. How's it been? It's been good. 180 days today, as you can see. I'll bring up the list so that people can see. 180 days out of 28 completed in this current streak. This is my first and at moment only current streak. It's a shame you can't actually check the records. Like, obviously Rockstar have their social club that you can sign up to and obviously mark your tracking, but you can't actually mark your challenge day tracking for some reason, which I think is a bit bad. Creeping time. Over here. Wild carrots, yarrow. It's got to be around here somewhere. Always creeping time around somewhere. Yeah. I'm sure we'll get another Terminator movie in about 5 years, which will hopefully carry on from one of the current storylines. Maybe we'll have Danny come back. Whoa! Hey, dude, what the? I could really shoot you in the back of the head. That thing chased me. You go back. That thing ran up into the back. It's It's when things like Dark Fate happen that really make me question what they can do with the Alien franchise. You know, we all got excited at one point for Neil Blomkamp doing the new Alien film, which I still am, but I don't think he should do the story that he was going to do. I don't think he should bring Ripley and Hicks back because they'll just basically be Dark Fating it. You know, they'll be resetting the timeline, and I don't like that. I like taking the timeline where Alien 3. Oh, small critters. You know, Alien 3 is a good film. Collectible. Squirrel. This is black-tailed rabbit. What's that? Black-tailed rabbit. That's a black-tailed rabbit. That's a pig. What's a pig doing out here? In the middle of. That's a 3 skin. Well, it's eating the eggs. It's eating the eggs. Those are my eggs, little piggy. My goose eggs. I have never seen a pig out here in the middle of Heartlands ever. James Cameron, if you fuck up Avatar 2, just pack it in and retire. You can't retire. Directors don't retire. They just do. It's like asking, and artists don't retire. You know, they just kind of do another thing. Even if they're kind of behind it, they're still kind of part of it. They're still employed. You can't fuck up Avatar 2. Avatar 2 is its own thing. Avatar 2 is going to be amazing because when you compare Avatar 2 to Avatar, it's like how much bigger can you get? If anybody turns around to me and says, "Oh, but if you compare it to Terminator," I'll be like, "No, that's a big fat no there, Gooseman. You just can't do it." Obviously, you know, obvious example, it's completely two different genres. Directed by the same guy, yeah, but it's here and there, far between. What was that I just saw? Western Grey Squirrel. I want him. Definitely want that. There he is. Just waiting for free roam to event to happen so I can get those overkills. And chat to you guys as well. I like how dark it was compared to Aliens. Alien 3 is great. Like, I can really watch that. I might just put that on later. Do you ever have films that you just put on in the background while you potter around the house? Like that's how much I kind of enjoy film so much. Is that I'll be for example, I'll say like I need to clean the toilet, and with the wonders of mass technology nowadays, I used to do it with my PSP, but now I can do it with like my phone and you know like my son's pad. It's like you just put it on YouTube and just put on like clips of films, you know. And if I'm doing anything in the front room or anything at the ground floor of my house, I will just put a film on in the background and just let it go. Just let it go because I just want that background noise. And every now and again I'll stop and I'll be like, oh yeah, here we go. You know, that's really good. I really love that bit, and then walk off. You know, ducks. Very nice. Ian, you may block me for saying this, but I prefer Alien 3 to Aliens. Hey man, I won't block you for that. That's here and never far. If you've watched the review, then you know I enjoy Alien 3 as well. Do I like Alien 3 more than Aliens? Ooh. Wow, that's got me today because I could honestly say yes on some days. I could honestly say yeah, Alien 3 is better than Aliens. Because of if you've seen Aliens, you know, if you've seen Aliens and that whole start sequence, you know, da 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 da, and then it just starts. You're like, we're in some shit now. We're on an express elevator to hell, going down. You know, everybody's dead, Dave. Everybody is dead, except Ripley. Did you ever read the comic books? Did you ever read the Alien 3 comic books by Dark Horse? I luckily got to read a few of them when I was younger, and they're really hard to come by nowadays. But they actually had in that the I think I said this in the review actually. They have the pictures where the alien embryo climbs out of Newt and swims down Ripley's throat. That piece of storytelling alone is well better than anything they did in Dark Fate. Hey Josh Crushall, do you like football? No, I'm afraid I don't. I do like it as a athletic sport, I suppose. I won't completely just walk out the room. I would. If I came in and somebody was watching a football match, I would be like, well, I'll go do something else because this is going to be 90 minutes of. Like I've watched football. I have watched a lot of football in my time, just because other people have been watching it, and I've been trying to. Flash, I'm watching you. I'm watching you, Flash. Sorry, she's moving again. And you sit there for like the whole 90 minutes, and it's very tense. Yeah, anybody could score at any moment. It's the stew, isn't it? I got me the stew. But then again, it can get incredibly boring after a while. I suppose that's because you can feel it from the fans. When you get a large congregation of humans in one place and get them to focus on one thing, they can really. Why have I need 5 creeping time? Jesus Christ! I should have really looked at the number before I went shopping. I could have gone to Madame Nazar. Okay, right. But no, it's the hooliganism behind it. I suppose is that a word? Hooliganism. Hooliganism is a word. If not, I've just made up a word. Look at me, hooliganism. The people who are supposed to be fans, and in fact, they actually just like beating each other up. They're not really fans. They just, like I said, they like getting together on a Saturday night and punching each other because, well, it's human nature to do that. So, plus the beer doesn't help the excitement. Real fans, real fans don't do that. And it always takes me back to wrestling. Like people have said, like, why are you a wrestling fan? I can stand next to somebody in a crowd of 100,000 people at a wrestling event, and the 2 guys in the ring, or girls nowadays, I could like one guy, and the guy next to me could like another, and we are still kind of cheering. We're not gonna kick off or stab each other or shoot a flare into each other's faces, or we're gonna just enjoy the match because, well, that's what we're there for. I'm looking for creeping time. I can't. It's that Buck again. He is back. He's followed me. I'm gonna do a bit of Freddy Got Fingered. Hup. Daddy, would you like some sausage? Daddy, would you like some sausages? Whoa, creeping time. Is it over here? Yarrow. Goddamn yarrow. Some days you can't find any yarrow, and it's everywhere. Still need to find out where Madame Nazar is as well. Iain, what did you think of Constantine with Keanu Reeves? I liked it. It's been a while since I watched it actually. I didn't know who Constantine was. Obviously, it was after it was released, and people were complaining that it was a comic book movie and it was nothing like the comic book. And I kind of looked at the film, and went, yeah, I've heard all that. I've watched Fantastic Four 1 and 2, I think, and Daredevil, and X-Men. I know a shit superhero movie when I can see one. But then I watched it, and Keanu Reeves, the whole part at the end where he kills himself, and it's not John Turturro, is it? That's the guy from Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? It's the Russian guy from Bad Boys 2, and the Russian from Armageddon. American parts, Russian parts, all made in Taiwan. And he starts whacking it. He comes down, doesn't he? He says to him like, John's on his way to hell, and he just pulls him back and he takes the cancer out of him and heals his wound. It says to him, like, now it's down to you. And you're like, oh, he brought you back to life. And they never made a sequel. Arachnophobia with Jeff Bridges. Loved Arachnophobia. John Goodman's great. Spiders. I mean, I'm not scared of spiders. I don't have arachnophobia because like I've killed enough of them in my time, but when they move, when they jump, oh my god, Jesus, burn it, burn it, burn it. Burn it with fire, you know, get a flamethrower. I don't care if it's not poisonous, you know. I just don't want it near me. It's up there with snakes, isn't it? And like some snakes are. Okay. How? You know, you have your snake in a cage and everything. It's all fine, but it's when they get out. Get out. They start crawling around, and you realise actually most of them are just looking for a dark space. If you ever see a spider, like I've never seen an actual spider run at somebody. You know, like chase, like I mean proper chase somebody down the road, kind of run after. Human fear is always a kind of, I say it's a weird concept. I got over fear very early in my life because you can't. Everyone was saying you can't live behind fear. You know, at one point when I was younger, I was afraid to go outdoors because of the color of my hair and you know the clothes I was wearing, the toys I was playing with, and the, you know, I don't know, the kids were just shit. You know, and then you're constantly being told you can't live in fear, you can't live in fear, and so you're like, okay, I'll push myself, and then you keep pushing yourself and you keep pushing yourself, and then you just go, well, I come to the realization I cannot do anything, you know, because I can do everything if I want to. Yay! What do I want to do? Oh, most stuff can kill me? No, thank you. I think I'll just avoid it. Like, don't you want to climb a mountain? Oh, okay. Never seen again. I think I'll just stay where I am. I can do anything. I can play Xbox. I can play computer. We're talking about Red Dwarf, are we? I didn't like the last couple of seasons myself. I wanted to, and I will watch them if they're on for a laugh. But like the storytelling wasn't really there. I didn't feel to the point to stand side by side with the jokes. The joke deliveries were really good. I loved seeing Rimmer and Dave and Kat and Cryan all together again. But personally, I think the best seasons have always been the what's that? Is that it's a rock. The best seasons were 4, 5. You know, Rimmer World, DNA, like the Monster of the Week stuff. Creeping Time. That's one. Like the Monster of the Week stuff. I like that. And I know this was kind of Monster of the Week stuff as well, but it was weak Monster of the Week stuff. But I will watch it just because I'm a Red Dwarf fan and it's on, and I'm like, hey, Red Dwarf's on. And the special effects, I like the special effects. Was it always an audience? Canned laughter, you know. It was filmed in front of a live studio audience. But I'm pretty sure I've got enough creeping time now. But just to make sure, I'm going to pick 8 of them up. I haven't had a free roam event either in a while. Unless I've been talking to you guys and haven't been paying attention. Should be having one come up soon. Oh, quit your whinging. What are you whinging about? You got everything given to you. You just have to carry the stuff. I think shoot it, kill it, skin it, sell it. Did I read Terminator vs. Robocop? I not only read it, I bought it. Yes. I've gone through binges of, and I totally recommend this to anybody who's up for doing it. I totally recommend um, going out and buying all of the stuff that you used to have as a kid that you kind of got rid of and you kind of really wish you hadn't. Like, I know some of it is really rare to get, but if you're willing on paying for it, fucking pay for it, because it makes you feel so much better. And one of the examples I've got is Terminator vs. Robocop. Like, I'd never read the actual full-on Dark Horse collection together. I'd never got when I was younger, it was very hard to get Dark Horse comic books over here unless you knew about it and had them pre-ordered, which meant you had to pay for the shipping from America, which I was unable to obviously do. And I was only able to read one edition at the time, and this was through somebody else who'd got it, and it was very, very special to them. And I read it and I thought it was absolutely, I loved it, fan of Robocop, fan of Terminator, everything was just amazing. And looking at this, loved the comic book, growing up as a kid, wanted it, needed this comic book, was never able to get it. And then as you get older and you get a job and you make money and, you buy stuff and, hey, you got to pay for that stuff for the car, you got to repaint the bathroom, and don't forget your son, daughter, whatever your cat needs something, and you got to do this, and you got to do that, you got to do this.
Here.
And then one day I was sat in front of the. I suppose like you said, it's an Amazon binge, isn't it? Like, I'm sat there one day, I'm sat in front of the TV. I've had a few beers. It's late at night. Should be going to bed, but I'm still sat here watching TV. And I just. Why can't I drop this stuff off to you as well? And I just wanted this comic book, so I went out and bought it on Amazon. It was like 25, 30 quid. The whole edition, all in one.
Going to be out of supply.
Oh, well, yes, I know. You've said that before. But I don't work for you. You do as I say.
This is good quality. Very nice.
Small ones I need to do. I got 4 of them. And I just went out and bought the Dark Horse Robocop vs. Terminator comic book and love it. Read it all the way through. The Ed 209s are so stupid in that one. They're just they shoot a dog for no reason other than it's standing in front of them. Terminator Tempest Endgame is an excellent series. I would buy more. Like, I would expand my ever expanding comic book collection, but I'm more of a. It has to be very particular to me, because I can get easily fall down the rabbit hole, can't I? Where I just end up just buying absolutely everything. But I bought Alien's New Tale. If you ever read that, it's done by Dark Horse Comics as well, and it's Newt's version of events from Hadley's Hope, where obviously she and her parents they go out to the alien ship. Her dad gets the facehugger dropped onto him. Everybody's the chest burster bursts out because they don't know what the hell they're doing, and you just watch like the whole colony. You just see picture form. Sorry, all the colonists just get ripped apart, and Newt's left out in the tunnels. It's great series. Iain, off topic, but are you interested or have you seen The King? The King? The King. Trying to think what The King is. Give me a rundown of what The King is, boss. Is it a film? I don't think it's a game, is it? I'm waiting for bloody free roam event. I suppose I could jump into a showdown and drop out. Jay Hines, that no one here like. Oh, hello, Super View. Just spotted you there. Jay Hines is still looking for somebody to like Dark Fate. Oh, Jay, we do like Dark Fate. We just don't like it compared to obviously Terminator 1 and 2. I am going to. I'm waiting for these free roam events to pop up. I reckon it's going to pop up about 10:45. 200 minutes. I'm looking for. You know what? I could get a collectible. I could get a collectible, and I could look for Madame Nazar's location. Alcoholic bottles. That's what I'm looking for. Collector's maps. Let's look for some antique alcoholic bottles. Just take your time. You know, just take your time to take the. Alright, I'll do it again then. No, there. Antique alcoholic bottles. See, the villain was good. A film. No, I haven't seen The King yet. I will probably wiki it. You know I'm probably going to wiki it after you mention it. Right, there's one up there. So I'll go get that one first, then come back and go to two. Posse is activated? Posse is activated. Yes. No? No, it's not. Oh, because you turned my Xbox off, Cat. Yeah, sorry. My mistake. She's just laying there. Not caring the world. Just doing her thing. Yeah, I can see your tail swishing as well. You know I'm talking to you. Goddamn women. Hey. The Rev 9 better than the T1000 or T800. Ow. But like that's really hard to obviously say because it's a combination of both actually. And I don't want to upset anybody, but I think it actually makes it worse than both of them put together. You know, it's this thing. The Rev 9 doesn't need to infiltrate. It does not need to infiltrate, and there's no point in it doing so. You know, it might as well just use fear and intimidation. And there's a red guy coming towards us. Just noticed him on the radar. Who's that? Juddy Buck DI. He is a very low level. I could shoot him actually. Oh no, he's just... Here he comes. Riding past. What up, Fun Crusher? Hey, Fun Crusher. Wave to you. Hey, Fun Crusher. Alright. Late at night on the track, somebody comes driving down. No, Iain, the Rev 9 was awesome. Awesome to the point that it didn't need to infiltrate, did it? I mean, it was able to walk into that the immigration place, and it's searching for her. Now, obviously, this isn't a dig, so just stay with me. But if Legion was as smart as Skynet, and Skynet wasn't very smart either, then both of them would have realised that using fear and intimidation and revealing themselves in the past would actually speed up their reveal for their future. Because they would be in the past, wouldn't they? The Rev 9 could just start killing. We are told all the way through Terminator Dark Fate, they have no weapons to stop him. Nothing other than an EMP bomb. And then again, you have to secretly find one. The Rev 9 could easily kill everything in its path and get to Danny. Why does it infiltrate? Why? Because it's a Terminator. It has to infiltrate. Does it? It's not a T800. A T800 needed to infiltrate because the timeline that it was sent back to, you know, made it so that the story that they had to hide. I don't know why. I don't know why Skynet didn't want to reveal itself. It should have. Skynet is just an idiot. Has always been an idiot. Without John Connor, there is no Skynet. So once you kill John Connor at the beginning of Dark Fate, you have no more Skynet. After you've already destroyed Skynet in the movie previously. And then you bring in Legion. Jay, I mean, I'm sorry, but Legion is just a poor man's Skynet. I'm sorry to say it, somebody had to say it. Other people are saying it. It's a poor man's Skynet. They just took another computer AI, which, surprisingly enough, in real life, nobody ever has done. Oh, I should play this one. Free roam event. Should do this one. Where was I? I got distracted by the free roam event. Terminator. Yeah. Without John Connor, there's no Skynet. And just bringing in Legion, making another computer AI, which they haven't done in real life. Who, if they have, then this AI has made the films and gone, you know what, I'm not going to kill the human race because that would be pointless. I'm that smart. Skynet doesn't do that. Legion wasn't explored at all in the movie. No, it wasn't. Exactly. Exactly. You basically have Grace and... Can you kill each other? Oh, yes you can. Shit. Okay. Think of that. Gotcha. Right, 2 kills in free roam event. That's what I was after. And then free roam event played. Right. Oh, I just need to play this one then. Yeah, it wasn't explored at all. Just not explored at all. What was the... You know, they're just like, oh, I'm Sarah Connor. You don't know me because your future doesn't exist. And Grace is like, yes, you don't know me because I'm from a future that you don't know. Which are basically exactly the same, but because your son was killed by a Terminator from a future that didn't exist, you created our future, which made it so that I exist. And it's... I'm trying to concentrate on this while I'm also getting shot by somebody. I know that guy. Oh, that was a long shot. I'm just going for points. I could go for kills, but why would you go for that one over there? Oh, that guy. No! Oh, it's because I already had that one. Right, go. I'm not going to win this one, but at least I get myself on the leaderboard. Yeah. Got it. Oh, just as I died. That was a good shot. Like, okay, I haven't even looked at the chat yet because obviously I'm still playing. But at the same time, I'm hoping, obviously, Jay, you're not, upset. You don't feel like obviously you're being ganged up on because you enjoyed it. It's not a criticism at all to enjoy that type of film. People enjoyed Covenant, didn't they? And that's just the way it is. Things will never be the same, I suppose. Just like Tupac said. You anybody, like I said earlier, I'm still going to be buying it because, hey, that's what we do, don't we? To keep the franchises alive, we buy the films, even though we didn't like them really, because it looks nice in that little box that it comes in. Oh, that guy got taken. They are lassoing each other. People are lassoing each other because they know they can't get the score. Oh, I'm out of arrows. Right, okay then, if we're just messing around then let's just mess around, shall we? Oh, shoot. Oh. Arrows. Get out of my way, fool. Oh, stop locking. Keeps locking onto that freaking... Ah. I'm dead. Yeah, I need arrows. I need to kill people to get more arrows. Yeah, so... It's okay, Ian. I'm still getting the Blu-ray. Okay, Jay, but my name does have 2 eyes in IAIN. Just to throw that out there. Sorry. Where are we? Okay, I got the challenge, and I'm not... going to get on the leaderboard as well. At least, because I've got sub skill and I'm not killing myself. There's a minute and 9 left. I should probably pop another big game because that's why I got it. It's because it's the start of a new franchise. We know that with Dark Fate, it's the start of a new franchise, and if they bring out another film, then we'll probably have a future one based with Legion, and people can go, hey. Do you know what I really didn't like? Was Arnie's line where he says about how he's just sent his girlfriend off, or his mistress, or whoever she is. He's just sent that woman off he's been living with for the last few years. And he says in the film, I told them I won't be back. Like, Jay, you saw the film. How did that line make you feel? Did it make you feel like it made me feel that he won't be back? But if he is back, it's going to be a waste. Like a waste of a movie. I told them I won't be back. I'm like, ah. Like, Linda Hamilton said the same thing, but, you know, she came back. Yay! 1 out of 2 free roam events. What time is it? It is almost 11 o'clock. Because I've only got one more daily challenge to do, I may take this moment to pop to the little boys' room. Head to a shop. I don't know where I am anymore. I think I'm in New Austin. Head to Tumbleweed, maybe head to a shop, park there for a second, go off and make myself another cup of tea, toilet break, and I may also pop outside briefly for a breath of fresh air. Obviously, that's between you, me, and the four groves. What bioweapon could that be? Oh wait, what are we? Are we on a bioweapon? Oh, if they wanted a new AI, how about an AI that creates a biological weapon this time because it's more effective? Yeah. Yeah, like, it should be smart enough to make something like that. Who's that? Hello? Cause that's how I roll. Where are we? We are Gap 2 Bridge Tumbleweed. Okay, so it's there. And we still didn't get those alcoholic bottles. So when I come back, I'll be heading to get those alcoholic bottles and awaiting the other free roam event to come up and play. I did like Grace, actually. You know, I suppose that was another good thing. I wasn't too bothered about Danny. You know, she's no Edward Furlong. I'll go on a limb and say that. She was no Edward Furlong. She's kind of up there with Claire Danes, Terminator 3. Does anybody remember Star from Terminator Salvation? That's a name you don't really hear often. Star. Like her and the Lost Boys kid. Yeah, Grace. She was cool and augmented. And that was fun. Like, do they really need to make her augmented? Like, Carl Reese still kind of tops her, doesn't he? Because he's, I mean, it's not just that he's a man. I'm not saying that. I'm saying he's a man in the past with no weapons and no way to destroy this mighty machine. Like, but she's got an advantage, hasn't she? She can do it. I'm gonna leave you to think about that one. Hey, friend. You know, I just saw a dead body on the road. I best put my gun away. I'm putting it away. Sorry, Sheriff. Sorry. I will give you my gentle wave. Hello, hello, my gentle wave. I should really change that. That's not good. Right. Okay. Hello, Mary. Long time no see. I was in here this morning, wasn't I? Right. Okay. I'm just gonna pop here for 2 seconds, and I'm gonna go off and make a cup of tea. 5-10 minutes, you know, give or take. I'll be back. And I'm back. And what have I missed? Boss, could you explain exactly how that nanovirus worked on John suddenly became a bad guy? Was he then? Oh man, are we talking about Genesis? Oh, I want to rein in on this one. Man, how does that timeline work out? Like, okay, killing John Connor in the future, we always knew didn't do anything, did it? You know, killing John in the future isn't going to change anything. Skynet's still been smashed. They'd won. Changing John Connor in the past, and then in the future, sorry, and then sending him to the past to 2014 to create Genesis. Like he gives. Is this guy coming towards me? Like this guy's coming towards me. I'm just gonna go here. Is that? Right, I'm gonna just for a second. Like could have shot. Could have shot. Yeah. So where was I? Yeah. So John Connor gets turned into a thing. He gets taken over by the nanovirus, doesn't he? Which they then use the time. They must use then the time machine there that they have to send him to 2014. This guy is back. And then at the same time, wait, no. Oh, free roam event. Free roam event. Just pop out, pop out, pop back out. Like, I still don't, yeah, I'm still struggling with Genesis's storyline, shall we say. I try to figure it out myself, you know, because we are told that a Pops is sent back to protect Sarah Connor as a kid. Yeah? You know, she tells, just like they do in the new Terminator movie, they tell us something that we're supposed to believe that we don't see, and it just doesn't work. She tells us, like I imagine a T-1000 was the boat that killed her dad, and we see Pop. We don't even see it in Genesis, do you? You know, you just see kind of Pops walking along the dock. Sorry, he's walking across the dock, waiting for the firing weapon, and picks her up and walks away with her. So the future has totally changed there. The future has totally been changed there. But the timeline with Carl Reese is still happening. But I still don't understand how he's able to. He has that little dream sequence, doesn't he? Where he's like, Genesis is Skynet, because he's already told himself in a straight line to head there by Sarah Connor. Oh, okay, that's right. That's what I need. Salvage. Get it. Need it. It's over there. Oh shit, he's gonna shoot me. Got it. Yes. They put more enemies. Where's the salvage? Salvages. Yeah, Artex, where are you? Three. Ah, no, I'm trying to do it. Alright. Up here. Get after it. Let's go. Be out there. Not this location, not this one. Come on. Whoa, getting shot at. Artex, don't fall. I'm totally moving out of the search location and heading to these radar blips. There. Bloody radar blips. Game's a complete distraction to me. There's the search location. Must be blips are trying to distract me. Like, look at this. You get a lot of players in these salvage matches. It's just not much you can do. Unfortunately, you just grab stuff. Oh. So I gotta await them and search for bodies. Not seeing no salvage. They may have. I see. Search for body. Oh, get out of the way. This game mode would be very messy if you could shoot each other with all these weapons. Nice. Search as well. Search as well. Shot him as you gotta search. Just keep searching, just keep searching. But... Oh, I see. Yeah, if you could stop reloading, please. I know it's needed. Yes. Okay, that's that challenge done. I think I just got that challenge done. Boom. Anti-coal's done. Okay, well, we've still got 5 minutes of shooting people in the face and stealing bottles, okay? Explore further to find more records. Yeah, but so many of us all stood around. I do like this bridge. Yeah, oh, there's one. No, that guy's gonna spawn right next to it. Ah! Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Ah, it's right there. Come on, get up. It's an arrowhead in the middle of the salad. Enemies. Got no enemies running around here. Have I got time to take a swan dive off the top of this bridge, do you think? While we're here, might as well, you know. Shits and games. Oh, enemies. Hello, friends. Oh, sorry. Oh. Yeah. One for each of you. 3 minutes to get to the top of the bridge. More enemies coming? Yeah, more enemies coming. These bodies, friend. 3 more going. Yeah, you can have those. I got my challenge. Shame the train's not coming. That would make it even more epic. Whoa, almost ran off there. Got 1 arrow left. Back to my arrows. Maybe wondering what I'm doing. Well, I'm looking for the middle spot so I can do the swan dive. Huh. Such great. About there. Oh, could I aim for the boat? I'm going to aim for the deep part. I'm going to aim for the part between the boat and the line. Okay. Kind of reminds me, because back in the day when I was younger, there was like a creek near where I live. And, you know, not having much to do like you did back in the day, you used to go along this, there was a bridge, there was a railway bridge, which was used by the trains, obviously. And I had this whole, like, you know, stand by me moment with my friends where we were jumping off the bridge into the water, kind of like this. So, hey, oh, and he survived. That was awesome. Okay, back to business. You should always at least jump. You should jump off one thing into the water at least once in life. Obviously safely. You know, you don't want to break your kneecaps. I suppose I was aiming for death then, but it's because it's a computer game. He says shoot gun. Shotgun. I'm gonna go shotgun. Come on, friend. A stance. Oh shit. Oh, I'm dying, man. Phil, help me out. I'm dying. I don't get to respawn? Oh, I don't get to respawn. Yeah. Yeah. I've always got to jump off bridge. I've never done bungee jumping. I've always wanted to, but not at the same time wanted to do it either. I suppose like parachute jumping. I've always wanted to do parachute jumping, but at the same time, it costs a lot first off. And it's one thing to do it with somebody doing it with you. It's another thing to do it for yourself. And I'd want to do it for myself. Then that would have to be training, payments, trips. Then they're going up into an actually safety, well looked after plane, you know, and jumping out at like 40,000 feet. What did you make of the new Star Wars trailer? Star Wars, isn't it? I mean, I like the special effects. I always have with Star Wars movies, like the special effects. You always have. But I'm well gone with the Rey and Kylo Ren story now. Like I don't think I care who she is. I never did. She was a badass, you know. She was this Jedi. And then they made it this whole big thing where she had to deliver the lightsaber to Luke, and it's like, oh, okay. And then he just threw it away, and what was going on in Force Awakens, I don't know, but, you know, we can all just enjoy the sequences, can't we? I got all 7 done today. Awesome. Fist bumps, everybody. It's quite a moment to get all the general challenges done on the 180th day, on the 40th episode. It's a big moment for us. So cheers! I'm going to raise my tea to everybody. What we got? Well, we could just do anything now, couldn't we? Got the antique alcohol bottles in that free roam event, so that was good. Need another collectible. Let's go get that. And I might do a bounty for a change, you know. Who's that? Put Tooth, H37. Let's see what level he is, shall we? He is not on the list. There he is. 329. Okay, let's put our weapons away, shall we? Let's be friendly to that guy. That's a serious motherfudger over there. Hey, friend. I just waved to him like, here, friend. Like a little gentle wave. I really need to change that one as well. Okay, let's emote wheel. Focus on manage emotes. Change the greet to the wave. And we are heading to pick up one more collectible. So we need a fast travel. Who's that? Reuter Veer. Where's the there's no bombs. 1, 2. Where's the other bomb? Didn't see it battle. Okay, so we should really head to Sondony. And I really want to check out this Voyager guy as well. Know your enemy. To level 91. It's a great song by Rage Against the Machine. To be honest, I gave up on Star Wars a long time ago. Did you give up a long time ago in a far, far away, Matt Mitchley? Damn. I was aiming for that good time. Long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Let's catch the train to Sondony. I've got the tune now in my head. Should I drive the train myself? No, I'll let the driver take for a little while. I like just chilling here. I mean, I've done a load of challenges. I'm talking to you guys about Star Wars. You can't give up on the Star Wars, man. Hey, Mahoyage. I mean, there are just moments in Force Awakens that were just stupid. The whole Dreadnought sequence at the start was just one of them. But then again, I did like the whole action sequence at the end with the walkers and the flyer down. It was the Battle of Hoth all over again, but you know, the Battle of Hoth is quite short compared, and it did make a good Battlefront episode. Battlefront. Can shoot this guy as we go past. No, this is wrong. Why? We need to put some dynamite arrows together. No, we need to buy some. So much stuff. Just pop it up now. Is that in there? Oh, it's there. The community for this is just like that would have been a bloodbath in GTA 5. That would have been, but we all just kind of did our thing, just kept together. 7 in the afternoon in Hong Kong. What did you have for tea? Chinese. Leon, you got the Millennium Falcon tattooed on your chest. What, like a huge one? Like it goes from your neck down to your elbow. Like the cockpit. Where would the cockpit be? That'd be on your neck. And which Millennium Falcon is it? Is it the Millennium Falcon with the bit missing, or the proper one? So, like, I hate Solo. Solo's a bad name. Pigs? Have we got pigs here? No pigs. You know, we can play some. Oh, you know what I'm doing? Play some poker. Play some poker. Gentlemen, I have money to burn. Who's up for a game? Oh, I see you're all quiet. Well, let me just look you in the eye. Public players solo, continue alone. Have to turn the posse off. Don't need that posse on my shoulder. You can make it rain all over the table, yeah. I am rich enough. I need to. I had been planning actually a while to play poker and just blow money. because why not? Like $25 used to be a chore back in the day. $25 was a chore. And then all of a sudden, who needs it? I don't, because I just made like, well, I was just doing a challenge. I made a bunch of gold. That pays for all my stuff. I hunted and sold some stuff. Made some, like, you can make $25 easy if you pass some meat off to the butcher. Are we still, boss is still talking about Dark Fate, something like that, but no more time travel stuff. People can shit all over Salvation as much as they want to try to do something new. Yeah, I say that too. Salvation wasn't. Oh, that's not bad. Salvation's a good film. Now, it always was, but Sam Worthington. There was just too much Sam Worthington at the time. Come on, let's bet $1. You know, let's actually put some proper money in the game. Come on. Just sitting there with my hat, my eye patch. Oh, look at this. That's dirty outlaw folk. Salvation was supposed to be the start of a new thing, wasn't it? Salvation was supposed to be a new storyline. Genesis was supposed to be a new storyline. Somebody started a fire, I think. I'm going to call you. You bet $1. Pair of sevens, if you got it. I hated Salvation and enjoyed Dark Fate more. Have you seen Salvation? I mean, I said to Zane on the Discord channel recently, I said you need to watch 1, 2, 3 and Salvation, and then just stop. Just stop. Because at least Salvation loops back around, or it will. You know, he's found Kyle Reese, and he's going to raise him kind of, you know, to help him. The whole heart thing, yeah, the whole human Terminator hybrid thing is a bit far-fetched, but hey, I got a pair of jacks. Yeah, I won it. I won the hand. Thank you. $10. Hate winning money in poker because you just got more to lose. It's good philosophy right there. Who would have thought Sam Worthington would star in one of the biggest movies of all time, Avatar? That's where it all started, isn't it? He was in Avatar, then he was in Terminator Salvation, then he was in Man on the Ledge, he was in something else. Clash of Titans. All of them like a 2-year period. And I was like, you were all right in Avatar, but it wasn't really you. It was a giant blue Smurf, and I like that. The whole battle sequence in Avatar is amazing. The drop ships, Michelle Rodriguez. Hello there, friend. How you doing? You making some money? I could just play poker for the next 45 minutes, can I? What are you gonna do after all that gunfire? No. Quietly, just shifting the cards. There's no pot either. Really weirdly, they can only riot on the weekend. Oh, it's not hot and busy. This riots are starting. Oh, I need to raise. Sorry. Reading the chat as well when I'm going. The riots are starting soon. Wow. What are you doing this week? Oh, I'm writing. Yeah, I was gonna stay in, but there's a riot going on, so got my placard ready and my effigy ready to burn. $20. Well, Hoyes, you could go rioting, make some friends. You know, just stand at the back, avoid the tear gas. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but government. I mean, we could do it over here at Argo. There's been many a times I've wondered why we haven't. Oh, have I got 2 pairs of sevens? Oh no, he won it. He won a full house. Nice. I was close though. Your house beat mine. Be kicking off at 8 o'clock. Close the window while riot started. If you join the riot, you're causing trouble. And if you don't, you're not doing anything to help. It's a very contradictive world we live in. Who's more at fault? The guy who throws the Molotov or the guy who made it? I got a read from my hotel window. If I see anything, I'll post it on the Discord. I don't know if you're able to do that, man. They might come in and kick down your door. I heard the Chinese internet is supposed to be pretty tight-lipped. 6 and 7. Not much. Dollar. Got a full table. It's amazing people. I was wondering if people were still playing the poker. And here we are, just a bunch of hat-wearing, scary-looking dudes. Oh, he's given up. Took his $37 and left. Dear friend. See, now you say it's brutal what the police are doing, but then again, it's because Umbrella is underneath the city. You know, the whole government's controlled by a corporate megamind. Oh yeah, just like the boss said, stay safe. You know. Hey Paul N. Live from Michigan. I got like 6 and 7, so I haven't really got much. Like, what have you got? You got ace high? You flip those cards? Yeah. I'm hoping for like all 7s again. 10, 10, 4, ace. Oh, pair of aces, got it. Pair of 2s. Aces takes it. Get yourself a new hat, friend. This ain't Peaky Blinders. Remind me again what they're rioting against. Is it just the country controlling them? The government? Obviously, like, Mahoyage knows I don't watch the news. I try to stay out of it. But he's over there reporting from the front line. I like when Hulk explains the rules of time travel to roads and endgames. Took a while for me to get my head around it as well. Oh, I need to. Right, I'll raise. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at Hulk. Hulk doing his time travel speech is awesome. And it totally makes sense as well. On a very scary level. I'm gonna raise it to 450. Oh, hello, friend. Like, if we all got money to burn, or are we struggling? Like, see your toe in a gold belt there, friend. And that hat is not cheap. Neither is that one. Yeah, there's a smart suit that guy's got on right there. Jack of 10 I've got. This hobo Billy to the left here. What up, Brian Perrin? I've been watching all the old reviews. Missed the sofa. That sofa. Pair of 2s, 6s, and a jack. Did I get it? I took it. I took it right at the end. Pay myself some money back. Oh, that guy left. He's pissed. China wants to push savage extradition laws and take away the democracy of the people, basically making it a communist country. Savage extradition laws. What countries don't have extradition laws anymore? Like, we've got an extradition law, haven't we? And I get very confused on the whole communist aspect. Is that like Korea? That's like North Korea, isn't it? Communist country. I was born in England, so I think we were communist at one point. We just didn't know about it, or we just didn't bother. Because then when they tried to kick off, we probably. I mean, there were the riots back in the 70s, weren't there? I mean, still riots now, actually. I had those extinction riots recently. With the people gluing themselves to the road in London. It's like. All it takes is just a can of gasoline and a monk, and you're just in a whole load of shit at that point. That's why I try not to go outside. You know, it's like when Mahoyage said, "Hey, Iain, I'm heading to China." I was just kind of looking at him like, "Why? But weren't there riots in the 80s, Iain? Yeah, I think so. I mean, I wasn't involved. I wasn't there. I may have been there actually. A dazzle in my daddy's eye at some point. There's riots everywhere, aren't there? Not so much in America because everyone's got guns. Crazy shit, man. Max bet. And here we are just playing poker. Somewhere people are dying. Hey man, that's a nice eye patch. How'd you lose your eye? Yeah, I got a 4 9? 9 high at the moment. 2 pairs of 8s. 2 pairs of 5s. 8 and 5s. He's got it. Last card. Ooh, it's a jack. 8 high. Nice. I'm a peacock. You gotta let me fly. Man, you're more like an ostrich, I would say. You know, you've got to run, I suppose. You do stick your ass out when you walk, so it's kind of peacock. Ian, remember Hellraiser Judgment? Nope. Next question. Your review for that. Hellraiser Judgment. Hellraiser Judgment. When you look at Dark Fate, Hellraiser Judgment doesn't look too bad. You set the bar. You put the bar really low, and you kind of limbo underneath it. I'm watching you, cat. No, I'm gonna put you down on the floor before you get too many ideas. Sorry, make my bet. I know you're hungry and you probably need to do something. He's got riots. I've got this riot. Will you ever watch Hellraiser Judgment again? You know what? If somebody paid me to. No. Maybe like a 24-hour stream of Hellraiser movies. You know, like people donate to obviously just keep the next film on the roll. It's like, oh, Hellraiser Judgment's coming. We've got to get him to keep sit through, and I'm like, I've just sat through Hellworld. Hellworld next to Judgment doesn't look too bad. Like, do you remember the woman in Revelations, Hellraiser Revelations, the mum, and she's just like, she did nothing, and then she just got taken to hell because of her husband's infidelity. Judgment is not better than Dark Fate. It's arguable. I'm not willing on arguing about it, but it is arguable. What's better, Terminator Dark Fate or The Last Jedi? Have you got any of the special bounties I keep seeing advertised? I've got all of them at the moment, all the way up to pair of threes. I got a pair. Full house over threes. Nice. Every one that keeps popping up, I keep grabbing them. Like the most recent one with the lady, she's ex madame who got scarred. You know, like the woman from Dread. That's a great film. And she's made a gang of robber women, basically. And when you get to the location, you get told that she's actually got other people who dress up like her, and so you have to kind of scout out for her, this particular woman, because she's got the scar on her face. Pardon me. And I was doing it on my own for the first time, and I get there and I'm like, how am I supposed to scout? Because I hadn't got myself into a very good scouting position because I was just going to pop out and grab her. And I spot the first one, spot the second one, and I run for the second one for some reason because she's getting off her horse, and I hog tie her. And her, because there's four of them, four targets that you're supposed to look at to find the one girl. And the three others turn around with the other gang members, and they just all fire at me, and I just get taken down in a hail of bullets. But as I respawn, the one I've hog-tied is the one I'm looking for. The other ones have all scattered. And I run up, and I grab her, check on the horse as the gang come back to get me, and I ride off. And I completed the mission. And I was like, I'm not doing that one again because obviously you keep doing the mission and it just generally gets harder and harder. The more stars it gets, the more times you do it, the more harder it gets. And I don't obviously have a posse with me at the moment. You know, people don't want to play. People are in China. You know, it's just the way it is. The Last Jedi was a big disappointment. Was it? Compared to Phantom Menace. Phantom Menace looks pretty good now if you compare it to Last Jedi. Brian Blessed. Just had him pop up in my head. What have I got? Nothing. 2 pairs, 10s and 2s win? Yeah? Okay. Okay, one more hand. I mean, I've blown a bunch of money, but I've actually made some back, so I'm kind of evened out. One more hand, and then we'll pop off and shoot somebody in the face. You know, Force Awakens, I've gone back to watch it a few times, and like it is like the Phantom Menace of that trilogy, which kind of gave me hope. Hope, I say, for the next one. Like, what are we looking for in the third one to actually finish off this series of movies? She's the daughter of who? Is she the daughter of Obi-Wan Kenobi, like a granddaughter? Luke's daughter? Is she Luke's daughter? Like, if you read the expanded universe, he was married to, is it Mara Jade? She another Force Awakens, and they had children. But then that goes into the Yuuzhan Vong, and that's like a whole other thing. But you know, we've never, like, Luke's never mentioned about it, and like, can he mention about it in the next one? I suppose he can come back as a ghost, can't he? Like, he'll come back as a ghost and talk to Ren about how he knocked up her mum, possibly. And like, Luke's Han Solo and Leia, they had children in the expanded universe. Well, Kylo Ren is the son, isn't he? Why is he evil? Because his uncle tried to kill him? It's a pretty big reason to be evil. Brian Blessed is a legend. Have you ever watched Freddy as FR07? It's an animated film. I still have it on video, actually. I say it's a classic. It would be a good review because I'd like to see Gary's reaction. It's an animated film about a guy, a French prince, whose auntie turns him into a frog. But I meant to leave, didn't I? He grows as a normal human being, but he's just a frog. And he dresses up as a secret agent, and he joins the French Secret Service. And Brian Blessed is the evil doer. There's this whole like musical number as well, with Brian Blessed helping with the background music. Pretty sure it's Brian Blessed. Why am I getting him confused with Gimli from? No. I'm pretty certain it's Brian Blessed. Oh, hello there, lady. I'm about to leave as well. Finally, we get some right sausage fest for a while. I will blow some money. Let's blow it. I'm not joking, right? This movie as well. The Freddy is FR07. There is a sequence in the movie, an animated sequence. This is a kid's film. I was given this film as a kid. There's a sequence where Freddy walks into the British Secret Service building to meet all the agents that are going to help him take down Brian Blessed. And he meets this female agent who he's working with. And she's doing karate. Cha, cha, you know, she's animated doing all these kicks. And he's like, oh la la, I like this lady. And he walks over to her. And he, mentions who he is. And he's mentioned something about secret weapons. And she, in animated form, in cartoon form, I shit you not, for this film, she opens up her top and says, well, do you think these are secret weapons? And the frog goes, ooh la la, and she closes her top and the film carries on. That's my stories, guys. Mark Hamill voices Chucky. Oh. Yeah, the new Child's Play movie. Just couldn't replace him, could you? I still haven't watched it yet, on the simple fact of it's not popped up, really. Like, obviously, I wikied the story as soon as it dropped, and it's just like, okay, that makes sense. But I just couldn't bring myself to watch it either. Could we take the train up to Valentine? Yeah, oh, actually. Let's just do this mission. Got time, got the money. Hey, boy.
And top prize for not messing up that last one.
I'm sorry, what? What was that? I can't hear you over the choo-choo.
Okay. You sorry, no good second.
Ian just looked it up. It has a stellar cast.
Everybody else has let me down. Let's see if you do it too. Some fools out of Dewberry Creek was meant to cut me in on a deal, but they just went.
I do want to watch it. I also want to watch. I saw it on my computer a couple days ago. I totally forgot I had it. I still want to watch it. It's Poltergeist 2015.
Don't be nice to them, neither.
It's supposed to be absolutely terrible. It's supposed to be, but I still want to watch it because I'm like, how terrible can Sam Rockwell really be in a Poltergeist movie? Answers on a postcard, I suppose. Go head over to the mill. How should we weaponize this little excursion? Shit. We're gonna go with the Springfield scope. And we'll go with the old Lamar, obviously. Go for some long range, blow some people up, and then pop down and just blow them away. So I could dynamite arrow them from afar, but it just seems a little bit too easy. Change it to your YouTube terms and services. don't watch Poltergeist. But I have to, Jay. I have to, Jay. That's the problem with being a film reviewer. You can't judge one film. That's why Dark Fate isn't. That's why Dark Fate isn't. I mean, if you compare Dark Fate to Paul Guy's 2015, you know, is it that bad? Honestly, you're not missing anything. I'm missing the moment, the feelings. Like I have to look Sam Rockwell in the eye and be like, "Why, Sam? Why did you say this was a good idea?" Oh, we're here. 30 minutes to destroy the find the barrel in there. Okay, there they are. I wonder where they are. Just imagine you just walk up to a man and you whip your rifle out and just. Oh, should I could shotgun every single one if I wanted to. In the eye. Right in the eye, right there. Oh, still. Oh, still. Back. Oh.
You might die brave, but you'll die, you.
I'm sorry, what? I missed what you said then.
Enemies of Lemoyne deserve no
Oh,
mercy.
there's a guy behind me. Ah. Thank God for radar. Oh, that close for Deadeye, really? Was it really needed? Sorry, boys. I don't know who hired you for this little excursion, but they really did not. They either didn't get their money's worth, or you guys didn't get paid enough. That guy really took it. Way cool from an explosion. Got 10 minutes. Don't need to rush. Where's the gold? Need that all-important gold. That money pays for the hay for Artex, you know. One more collectible as well if we're out there. Oh, sorry. Oh, I need more dynamite. Over the. Yes, baby. I don't get the Rev 9 was awesome mantra. Well, he's awesome because he can split from his form and become two separate Terminators. And he's incredibly fast and incredibly durable. You know, imagine two John Connor Genesis Terminators, basically, but one's liquid form. I need to go get some proper dynamite. So I'm going to pop into a quick room event, into a showdown and get some ammo. Han and Leia had three kids today. Man, I've still got the book on my. I've got the two Star Wars books, the storyline where Chewbacca has been crushed by a planet. The Yuuzhan Vong have moved the planet onto another planet. He gave his life rescuing the Solo children, and Han's like completely broken inside. Ammo, clean all weapons, get some ammo. Don't need that, don't need that. Weapon loadout. Don't want my bow. Do we go for the we always go for the Lancaster and Springfield, maybe? Yeah, we'll go for the Springfield. I have at least one game. Yeah, one game I've got anyway. Two of them was who Ray and Ren were based on. Oh, yeah, if Ren is. But why wouldn't, if that's the case, why wouldn't Leia say anything? It's all about balance. I watched this really great interview. I say great, I enjoyed it. With Freddie Prinze Jr. talking about how he got into playing as the Jedi in Star Wars Rebels. I'm trying to remember his name. Kai? No? Carl? Anyway, the Jedi he played in Rebels. And he was saying about how he had people coming up to him, upset with him about what he'd done with the characters and how these things had gone out, blah, blah, blah. And he said that he got this line from George Lucas that the Force is all having to be balanced, so everything has to be balanced. And he purposely pointed out that, you know, every time the good get on top of things, the evil has to come along and destroy everything. And then when after the evil has destroyed everything, the good has to come along and destroy them and hit peace. But then the evil comes along again, and the force balance, and the good side and the bad side. And he was really emotional about it, about how he was pissed off where people would come up to him and verbally abuse him for doing this, and he was just like, dude, fucking, it's for kids, and this is what it's all about, and so get the fuck out of my face. And I was like, that's a passionate Jedi right there. You know, and it made me look at the films a little bit differently, where I'm like, okay, they have to rebalance the Force, don't they? You know, the evil in this storyline at the moment, the evil Empire have the upper hand. Don't they do? And so the Force has to come back. That's why we've got Rey. They're going to have this epic fight. It's going to decide maybe the balance of the universe. We'll have to see, won't we? This is what we're talking about, going right back to Dark Fate. This is what the trailers come out, and we all go, what it did. And then day 1, day 3, day 5, we're there. We're not there. Then we buy it on DVD, we watch it anyway, because we've got 2 hours to waste. Mind you, when I went to see it last night, there was only 3 people on the screen, including me. Oh, for Terminator, yeah, that was the same for me and Linda. There were like 10 people in there, in this massive, huge cinema, and there was like 10 people, and me and Linda were 2 of them. It's a bad film, but what are you gonna do? Like, it goes well with Genesis. Like, you could buy a double pack of Terminator Genesis and Dark Fate together, because they're just 2 separate storylines. A double box set, that's what you're gonna get. Yeah, and people are assholes generally. 10 years ago, everyone is accusing them of raping their childhood, and now everyone's sons. Yeah. Yeah, people are assholes, boss. Humans. Humans are fickle. Why are we not in a game yet? I thought we were joining the game. Okay, we're still waiting for people. Somebody else has joined in there. Here we go. We should even out now. It is up in smoke. It's kind of why I don't jump to the next thing. You know, I can't keep up. I will honestly say that I cannot keep up with franchises and seasons and fashion. Just everything comes so fast. It's just like, oh, this is the next new thing. I'm like, oh, okay, let me just digest it. No, we're on to the next big thing. And when we're talking about I see it heavily in films, where obviously I really love films, and it's just like, this is the new storyline, and here are all the new toy figures, and I'm like, oh, I can't keep up with it because I'm still trying to keep up with the stuff you gave me like 10 years ago. We're we shouldn't. We're updating it. Oh my god, no. You're gonna update it and then moan about it like flares. I've just thought of flares. You know flares, the trousers? Like I used to wear flares. My mum bought me a pair of flares when I was young, and it was the wrong time. I had flares during the 90s, the early 90s. I'm talking 90, 92, 93. So I was wearing some flares trousers, and if you grew up in the UK during the 90s, the late 90s, 99, maybe 2000, you started to get the baggy trousers, the rocker golf baggy trousers with all the pockets, which I kind of still wear now, but work-wise. Um, and I just, yeah, people were just assholes with like, oh, it's really good now, but not so then. Now it's really, really good. Weirdly enough, you can make a review channel out of it. Dark Fate went very hard on the promos. Hell yeah. Well, I said it with the Gears of War stuff, didn't I? Buy Gears of War for £2 with Game Pass and get all the stuff for Terminator Dark Fate, so you don't have to see the movie. Mortal Kombat 11, Gears 5. Well, you asked why, Mahoy. It's all the advertising. They needed the advertising. The film hadn't done well on its secret test screenings. I'd love to go to secret test screenings. Like, how do you get to see the film? You know, those few shows, those few screens that get them before they go, yeah, let's explode it everywhere next week. Or those screens where people actually, you watched the film and they actually took what you said and went back and re-edited it and then came back. Iain, what kind of cake are you having tomorrow? Boss, I'm currently caught having an apple crumble or a carrot cake. Like, my wife, my amazing wife, makes so many great desserts and cakes. I mean, she mainly does cakes, but I said to her, look, I'm challenging you to make a crumble. Oh, I don't want to make it, so I'm going to run to the base and get blown up. Could get the shotgun. Really want to drop this bomb. Drop this bomb to go into position. Go. Let's go. I should just run to their base. Pop the health thing. Go, 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 Buffalo. Oh, he's on there. Ah, shit. Shit. Got him. Trying to get that challenge. Get it, get it, get it. You like it? Oh, yeah, we got the base. Oh, shit, that didn't work. Okay, run over here. Ah. Oh, that was a moving shot. And that one. Oh, I got that guy from long range. I love this one. Check. There's this guy. Oh my god, there's just lots of arrows. Just gonna sit here quietly. Take my time. Oh, did I get that guy? No, he's on the roof. Oh shit. Got that guy off the roof. Oh! Should have moved from my position. Should have. Should have, could have, would have. Get in there. Yep, got my beers chilling in the fridge. Got work at 4 o'clock. Home for 9. The wife has a few friends over to watch Rocky Horror. My son is actually staying out with some friends tonight, so I won't see him tomorrow, which is weird. Oh. Which is weird, but I don't know. I've done all the big parties, the drunken sessions. People don't want to see me get drunk. Oh, drunk anymore. I mean, they talk about me getting drunk in the past, and I'm always like, you don't want to see me get drunk now. It would be messy, really, really messy. And I've done so many challenges today. I don't even think I'll probably do any challenges. I might just come home, head upstairs with my food, and watch the rest of Kengan Asura on Netflix. That's what I might do. I might hit my 3 beers of San Miguel. I'm gonna get you close up. That was a dynamite arrow. Yeah, hit my 3 beers of San Miguel, some Kengan Asura. Saying that, you never quite can tell, can you? That guy coming down the alleyway. It's over there. There he is. Gotcha. This guy's in here. Oh, there he is. No, where's your gun? Why have you not got your gun out? It's on top of the box. Gotcha. 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 Oh, we both. Of course I did. Of course I did. What if I can get a revive? No. I'm not going for the revive. Fastest gun in the south. Yeah, and that rifle, man, the Springfield rifle is just disgusting. Like, I'm not even trying to go for the base with the bomb. You don't want to. You don't want the bomb in this. You just want to kind of cover your teammates as they move in. Where is he? He's dead. Get that bomb out here. Get into the base. Kill them as they spawn. But as they spawn, they're not appearing on radar anymore. So back in position. Oh. Bang. That one's for you, Mahoyage. And that one's for you as well. Get him. Oh, did you get it? Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Got him. Oh, he's dead. Oh, damn. Like, you're standing in a base, they're just gonna spawn there. And they're invincible for the first few seconds, so you're just asking for trouble. He just still loves that Rev 9 gimmick. Yeah, yeah. I'm just gonna concentrate. I'm just gonna concentrate on shooting people. Should I get a bomb? No. Shotgun's right there. I can cut these guys off. Oh, he saw me. He dived out of the way of that shot. That was... Springfield is so much more dead. There he is. Got him. Got him? Got him. Are we on defense? The whole gang is just on defense. And return this bomb. Get that guy. Where is he? He's down there. He's on the roof. Oh. Don't you dare, Flash. Don't you dare. Don't you get in my... Wait, I can't shoot that guy. Oh, no. You move your butt, please. That's why I don't have a cap. Yes, Ian, you should get a bomb. I should get. It's a bit much, Mr. Police Officer. No, I given up on those days. Had to obviously take care of my health after bringing a son into the world. Of course we won it. How many kills? 14 kills, 1 delivery. And it's 5 to 12, so actually that's quite good rounding that off actually. Made a bit of gold, bit of money, bit of experience. Who was MVP? I don't know if it was me, maybe. avoiding kills. Big metal balls. Well, like I said, thank you everybody for joining me for today's episode, number 180, day 180, episode 40. Fist bumps to everybody. Boom, 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 boom. I'm going to get some purchases before I go, obviously. Right, so, yeah, that's okay. I want to say hi to Mahoy, Jay, Boss. I want to say hi to everybody who joined towards the end. If I didn't get to see you, hopefully I will be back on for Monday. Life willing, you know how it is. Everything is crazy. I will definitely be on again tomorrow morning to keep the challenge going. You know, for last 4 minutes, I'm going to throw this out there, right? I could end the streak right now at 180, but part of me doesn't want to. So, as a consensus, as a vote, I want to see the vote pop in. Yay or nay? End the streak on this episode. We've got 4 minutes. I'm watching the time, so at the end of 4 minutes, I'm going to correlate all of the things. Well, I'm going to shoot this pom pom going right in the butt. Oh, it's like in its intestines. You know, and we're gonna see what the consensus is. Oh, there's a bread over there as well. Good shoot. Would you eat from an animal that you've just shot up the butt like 3 times? Boss, it's my day off, it's my birthday, it's your stream, so go for it. Don't end the streak. Oh, I've got one. Oh, nah. Is that a nah? Don't end it. I'm assuming that's a nah. Don't end it. You know, it's like this is a democracy, obviously, because we've got the whole thing going on in the UK at the moment with the Tories and the Labour Party. I don't trust either of them, if I have to admit, and honestly, I won't be voting for any of them. I will just let things kind of play out the way they kind of have to, and hopefully nobody comes goose stepping down the road wanting to take away my freedom. Cause freedom isn't free. It costs folks like you and me. And if you don't know, it's $1.05. Love that song. We got nays. I meant to say nay. Oh. Nice. We did say nay was obviously to continue the streak, didn't we? I'll have to look back on it. Just chilling on my horse. Well, I'm with you fellows. What's that? Crow? Wild turkey. Mr. Turkey, you are going to get this shot right on the side of your eye. Oh! Whoa, there's a guy over there as well. Could shoot that guy too. There's two zombie party. Happy said. Everybody's just shooting turkeys, right? Nobody's doing anything. Zombie parties. Happy said. 138. America, fuck yeah. That's 5 nays, and yeah, it's coming up to 11:59, and so I will be. Yeah, we did say nays was to continue the streak, didn't we? Because yeah. In that case, then I will be obviously back on tomorrow to do some more, and then hopefully, God willing, I will be back on for Monday for some more adventures. Obviously, you can find links in the video for our Discord channel if you want to join in there and carry on chatting and see if obviously Mahoy is going to drop any rioting photos tonight. More film reviews on our YouTube channel. We just dropped a new one for our Gaming Friday, which was Maximo, where I tried to play Maximo with Gary, and Gary won't take the joypad from me. You can find us on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Patreon. And guys, love you as always. I gotta get ready to go work now and probably clean the toilet. So take it easy, fellas.